Welcome to Biotech World. In our today's video tutorial, we are going to cover our next topic of the basic requirements for plant tissue culture. In our first video tutorial, we had completed about the introduction to plant tissue culture, basic concept, history. Now we will going to cover the basic requirements including equipments, media preparation, sterilization room, aseptic chamber, incubator, data collection, nutrient medium, plant growth regulator, sterilization and its type or techniques. Now we had completed about the introduction and the history of the plant tissue culture. We will continue with our basic requirements. So, the basic requirements for a tissue culture laboratory, these are equipments and apparatus, washing and storage facilities, media preparation room, sterilization room, aseptic chamber for few culture rooms or incubators fully equipped with temperature, light and humidity control devices. Observation or recording area well equipped with computer for data processing. Culture vessels and glasswares. Many different kinds of vessels may be used for wing cultures. Callus culture can be grown successfully in large test tube about 25 to 150 mm or wide mouth conical flask also known as Erlenmeyer flask. In addition to the culture vessels, glassware such as graduated pipettes, measuring cylinders, beakers, filters, funnel and petri dishes are also required for making preparations. Now about the equipment. A sprit burner or a gas micro burner for flame sterilization of instruments. Next is an autoclave to sterilize the media, hot air oven for the sterilization of glassware, etc., a pH meter for adjusting the pH of the medium, a shaker to maintain cell suspension culture, a balance to weigh various nutrients for the preparation of the medium, incubating chamber or laminar airflow with UV light fitting for aseptic transfer of explants to the medium and for subculturing. A BOD incubator for maintaining constant temperature to facilitate the culture of callus and its subsequent maintenance. Now about the washing and storage facilities. First and foremost requirement of the tissue culture laboratory is the provision for the fresh water supply and disposal of the wastewater and space for distillation unit for the supply of distilled and double distilled water or also for the deionized water. Acid and alkali resistant sink or wash basin for apparatus, equipments, washing and the working table should also be acid and alkali resistant. Now about the media preparation room. Media preparation rooms should have sufficient space to accommodate chemicals, labware, culture vessels and equipments required for weighing and mixing, hot plate pH meter, water baths, Bunsen burners with gas supply, microwave oven, autoclave or domestic pressure cooker, refrigerator and freezer for storage of prepared media and stock solutions. Now about the sterilization room. For the sterilization of the culture media, a good quality ISI marked autoclave is required and for small amount domestic pressure cookers can also serve the purpose. For the sterilization of glassware and metallic equipments, hot air oven with adjustable tray is required. Now it's about the aseptic chamber or the area for transfer of culture. For the transfer of culture, industrialized media contaminate free environment is mandatory. Modern laboratory have laminar airflow cabinet having vertical or the horizontal airflow arranged over the working surface to make it free from dust particles or the microcontaminants. Inside the cabinet, there is arrangement for Bunsen burner and a UV tube fitted on the ceiling of the cabinet. The advantage of working in the laminar airflow cabinet is that the flow of air does not hamper the use of Bunsen burner and moreover, the cabinet occupies relatively small space within the laboratory. Now about the incubation room or the incubator. BOD incubators required to maintain the culture conditions should have the following characteristics. These are temperature range from 2 to 40 degrees Celsius, automatic digital temperature recorder, 24-hour temperature and light programming, adjustable fluorescent lighting up to 10,000 lux, relative humidity range from 20 to 98%, relative humidity control for 3%. Now about the data collection and recording the observation. The growth and the maintenance of the tissue culture in the incubator should be observed and recorded at the regular intervals. All the observations should be done in aseptic environment at the laminar airflow, whereas for microscopic examination, separate dust-free space should be marked for the microscopic work. All the recorded data should be fed into the computer. Now about the nutrient medium or the growth medium. The growth medium used depends on the plant species being grown because the plant species vary from the environment, some from the coastline areas and some from the mountains area. So here some of the having the deficiency of some nutrients, some having the resistivity or can resist any type of deficiency of the nutrients. The medium contains the following components. All of the materials and the vitamins needed for the plant growth and the differentiation. A carbon or the energy source such as sugar as the explant cannot usually photosynthesize. Various growth regulators to encourage cell enlargement, division and differentiation. Agar which is used to solidify the medium. Now about the plant growth regulators. Two major hormones affect the plant differentiation. These are auxins, stimulates root development, and cytokinin, stimulates root development. Generally, the ratio of these two hormones can determine the plant growth. If it's having auxin higher than the cytokinin, then it's promote the root development. If it's having cytokinin higher than the auxin, then it's promote shoot development. If the quantity of both auxin and cytokinin is equal to one another, then it's form the callus. Now these characteristics that are root formation on cuttings, embryogenesis, adventitious root formation in callus, callus initiation, adventitious root formation, auxiliary shoot formation or the growth are done by the mainly of hormonal balance. It's having the various quantities of the auxin and the cytokinin. Having the high quantity produce the root formation and the cytokinin having the large quantity then it's form the shoot formation. Now about the sterilization. All the materials example vessels, instruments, medium, plant materials etc. used in the culture work must be free from the microbes. This is achieved by one of the following processes that are dry heat sterilization, flame sterilization, autoclaving, filter sterilization, wiping with 70% of ethanol, surface sterilization. So it's about the dry heat sterilization. Glasswares and Teflon plasticware and the instruments may be sterilized by the dry heat in an oven at 160 to 180 degrees Celsius for the 3 hours. But most workers prefer to autoclave glass and plasticware etc. and flame stylized instruments like the forceps and scalpels. More recently, glass bead sterilization 300 degrees Celsius are being employed for the sterilization of forceps and scalpels, etc. These devices used dry heat. So guys, thank you for giving your precious time. Stay healthy and at your home with a smile from your heart and try to give a lot of love to your own YouTube channel, that is Biotech World. For any query, you can also put comment in the description of this video. So do not forget to subscribe.